It is now more than 75 years since the first settlers, the first colonial Zionist settlers started settling in the land of Palestine. The Zionists moved on land which was not unoccupied, occupied by a people, started displacing them, and it still continues up to today. The most shameful thing which we witness today is one of the so-called superpowers, the American government, which claims that they carry the flag for democracy and human rights, has just mobilized one of its strongest fleet of aircraft carriers, submarines equipped with nuclear power to come and support Israel, a country that they have given everything within its power. I don't know whether you're going to use the nuclear bombs on, or what those aircrafts are going to do, which the Israelis are not doing at the moment. Israel is just completely clearing the land of Gaza. The intention is to move the Palestinians in Gaza, who have been blockaded for the last 16 years, can't get out and nobody can come in. Want to move them out of there now, force them into the Sinai desert, or force them to leave the country. They would rather die than live. And they are dying. They are dying in huge numbers, bombarded from the sea, from the air, and from the ground. The death already stands, more than 2,300. 40% of the death are small children, below the age of 10. That speaks a lot. It is not the superpowers that will decide. It is the conscience of human beings who have got feelings that is going to prevail. The purpose of this meeting is to talk to the mind and heart of the world citizenry that there is extermination going on at the moment in the land of Palestine. Daily there is killing. A land which stretches only 25 miles by 12 miles.
Half the size of Nairobi.
Half the size of Nairobi. With people are being told 1.1 million people to move out of it. Tell me, where do they move in? They cannot go into the sea. They cannot go to the southern border, sealed. They cannot go east. They cannot go west. So this is the reality of the day. We are calling upon the people of the world, Kenyans included, to stand up in solidarity for justice. It's not a question of who and who. It's a question of human being. It's a question of human being being killed for just being born a Palestinian and being born in Palestine. As Kenyans, we're going to take several actions to show solidarity with the people of Palestine. And we're going to start with a visit to the ambassador of Palestine, who is in Nairobi, to express our solidarity and our feelings for the people of Palestine. We are also going to raise funds for the victims. As most probably know by now, what has been cut off. Electricity has been cut off. Hospitals have been shelled. Israel has requested one of the biggest hospitals in the area to close down. And when people's houses and homes were destroyed, 300,000 people in Gaza sought shelter at the United Nations place. They have been told to shut down, and part of it has been shelled. 5 members of the United Nations staff have died. They have been directly targeting ambulances belonging to the Red Crescent. 5 of them have been put out of action. Several members of their staff have died. People have been told to move south, and as they are marching south, they are bombarded from the air. Several have died. So we are raising funds to give relief to these people who are suffering, hoping that the world will be able to impose some force to open some of these blockaded gates that food can get inside. We are also going to hold a demonstration in cities and different places in Nairobi as Kenyans to show our solidarity with these suffering people of Palestine. We will be having discussions and most probably giving a position of interfaith in this country and civil society and the various human rights workers. We are calling upon the National Assembly to immediately petition the Israeli government on what's doing at the moment and make sure that actually they stop this thing. We are calling upon the government of Kenya to break relations with Israel with immediate effect. Africa has spoken. Through the Africa Union, the position of the African continent is well known. The position of Africa is a free Palestine. Palestinian people given their rights to self-determination and to rule themselves. So that position makes Kenya a member, an acceptable member of that resolution. And so we follow that resolution, and Kenya should stand with the people of Palestine. Finally, we call upon every person who sees this message to understand more on what's happening in Israel. There's a lot of negative messaging that's going on, but people who have got control of the media. But thank God, we are not living in the 19th century or 20th century. The network established, the social structure, the digital units, those can give us the right information of what's happening there. So please, we call upon all Kenyans to join us in this struggle. As you know, Kenya suffered for 70 years under colonial rule. It is the same colonial rule that has happened in Kenya, which is happening right now in Palestine.